This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, October 31st, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Well, happy Halloween to everybody. Now prepare yourself for the onslaught of Christmas crap filling up the stores. A quick update on the trial of Jarrod Ramos, the convicted killer of 5 people in the Capital Gazette newsroom back in June of 2018. The second portion of his trial to determine whether he was criminally responsible has been postponed. We do not have a postponement date just yet. Attorneys for Ramos did ask for the postponement after Judge Laura Ripken denied a request to limit some testimony at an earlier hearing in the day. Again, at this point, it's unknown on the rescheduled dates or when jury selection will begin again. Also related to the Capitol, and this is such a great move by the Annapolis Community Foundation. On November 3rd, at the final First Sunday Arts Festival right down there on West Street, they're going to be giving away free oak trees to honor the 5 slain Capital Gazette employees. I'm sure these are saplings and not full-grown oak trees, but in an email sent last night by former Mayor Ellen Moyer, she said the Annapolis Community Foundation is giving away free oak trees to honor the 5 employees massacred by a revengeful, angry man. The oak tree has been a symbol for centuries of strength and longevity. If you want to pick up your oak tree, you can pick it up at the First Sunday Arts Festival this Sunday, November 3rd. They'll be at the Whitmore Park, and you want to look for the Annapolis Strong booth. Take it home, plant it in remembrance of Gerald, Rob, John, Rebecca, and Wendy. The Arundel County Police Department is investigating a murder. It happened yesterday afternoon at about 3 p.m. in the 300 block of Hospital Drive, right in the area of the Baltimore-Washington Medical Center. They responded to the address for a reported shooting, and on arrival, officers found an adult male identified as Andre Lee Garrett, 39, out of Oxon Hill. He was taken to the hospital and later succumbed to his injuries. Homicide detectives did respond to the scene, recovered several pieces of evidence along with interviews with multiple witnesses. They had a canine assist for a search but came up negative on that. The shooter has been described by witnesses as an African-American male, approximately 5 foot 6 inches tall, a thin build, wearing dark t-shirt and a dark hat. If anybody has any information, the Anne Arundel County Police are asking that you give them a call at 410-222-4731. The Maryland State Police were busy on Tuesday night. They medevaced a sick passenger from a cruise ship in the Chesapeake Bay just south of the Bay Bridge. The patient was a 61-year-old woman experiencing a medical emergency, and she was aboard the Ida Luna cruise ship, which is owned by Carnival Cruise Lines. Trooper 6 out of Easton responded. They hovered about 120 feet above the ship's deck. A paramedic was lowered down to the deck, secured her in a basket, and both she and the medic were brought up to the helicopter, which then whisked them off to the University of Maryland Medical Center in Baltimore. There is no further word on her condition, but boy, we are awfully lucky to have the capabilities of the Maryland State Police when we do need them. We heard last night that the Maritime Republic of Eastport has struck back at Mayor Gavin Buckley for kidnapping the Eastport Oyster Boys, and they kidnapped Ward 1 Alderwoman Tierney. Personally, I think Annapolis got the better deal on that one, but no offense to Ellie. Reminder, the Eastport Tug is this Saturday. It gets underway at the crack of noon. The party will be on the Eastport side, but we do need people on the Annapolis side cheering and tugging as well. I got roped into emceeing the Annapolis side. See what I did there? Roped in. If you are on the Annapolis side, please stop by, say hello. And after the tug, the Thomas Point Lighthouse needs some help. They are in desperate need of money to fund a new foundation underneath it, replace the beams that have been rusting for years and years and years. And there is a fundraiser Saturday night at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Gala tickets are available for $85 a person. It includes food, a wine pool, music by the Eastport Oyster Boys, which will be their last gig of 2019. And that's presuming that we're able to get them out of Mayor Buckley's grasp. A silent auction, 50-50 raffle, and much more. Bonus, the dress is casual. You can find out more information, get tickets and everything else at savethomaspoint.com. I do encourage everybody, if you're able to go Saturday night, go. This will be a great event. And boy, the World Series, it went 7 games. It was up, it was down, but congratulations to the Washington Nationals, the world champion for baseball for 2019. I imagine the town will be going nuts in the next couple days and probably a great parade on Friday. Once again, congratulations to the Nationals taking it to 7 and coming out on top of the Houston Astros. It is Thursday. We have Trevor standing by with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. And, of course, we have George with your Halloween forecast, which honestly does not look that great. All that is coming up in just about a minute. But first, a real quick message from our friends up at Red, Maryland.
Hello, friends. This is Brian Griffiths from RedMaryland.com, inviting you to the 2020 RedMaryland.com Leadership Conference, Saturday, January the 11th, 2020, at the Doubletree Hotel in Annapolis. Confirmed speakers include Congressman Andy Harris, Commerce Secretary Kelly Schultz, Transportation Secretary Pete Ron, Senator J.B. Jennings, Senator Steve Hershey, Senator Justin Reedy, Delegate Nick Kipke, Delegate Kathy Shalago, Delegate Lauren Erican, WBAL Radio's Andrew Langer and Jerry Rogers, Maryland Federation of Republican Women President Diana Waterman, Maryland Young Republicans Chairman Maria Sophia, Lauren Bogley from the Maryland Right to Life, and so much more. Tickets are available at redmarylandconference.com. Sponsorship opportunities and vendor tables are also available. That's redmarylandconference.com. Don't miss out on your opportunity to attend the redmaryland.com Leadership Conference, Saturday, January the 11th in Annapolis. Once more, buy your tickets now at redmarylandconference.com.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, October 31st. This week has provided a fairly normal ending to the month of October, but today will be anything but normal, with temps jumping up into the 70s for highs during the day, with severe storms expected sometime in the PM hours, probably between 4 p.m. and midnight, with the dialed-in timing likely between 7 and 10 p.m., which could obviously impact trick-or-treating festivities across all of Anne Arundel County. And the impacts could be significant as a fairly strong low-pressure center over the Great Lakes region pushes a cold front toward the region from the west, while simultaneously pulling up warm, moist, humid air from the south with its overall counterclockwise flow, which will create a sizable amount of overall motion both horizontally and vertically in the skies above the eastern United States. And all of that put together could equate to torrential rain and dangerous lightning from thunderstorms, plus very strong winds gusting to 50-plus miles per hour at times. And there's even a small chance, but a legitimate one, of a few tornadoes in the overall D.C.-Baltimore region. And that's not it, because behind the cold front, there will be much colder air and more wind on Friday, with daytime highs in the mid-50s to low 60s, with winds continuing to gust over 30 miles per hour, before calm, sunny conditions move into the region for the weekend, with light winds and highs each day in the 50s. Bottom line, stay tuned for updates throughout the day today, as we will have a constant eye on the radar so we can give accurate real-time updates on when and where the storms might hit, so everyone can make informed decisions on trick-or-treating and can stay as safe as possible. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great Halloween day out there, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMD VA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com, so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever been to the Annapolis Mall when it opens for the day? Maybe you've noticed the line of folks waiting to get into the Apple Store. As you may know, I'm a Mac user, and today's episode of the Daily News Brief, in fact, all of the episodes of the Daily News Brief, have been produced right here on my Mac computer. What you might not know about is Macmedics. They were founded here in Annapolis in 1989, and they are an Apple-authorized premium service provider, the only one in the Baltimore-Annapolis, D.C. area. And what that means to you is that they repair all Apple devices, including the iPhone screens and batteries, all without an appointment. And most repairs are done the same day, usually within 2 hours. They also sell everything except the iPhone and the watch for the same price as Apple. I don't know why you would go anywhere else. Give them a call at 410-757-MACS, or if you're not into the whole letter thing, 410-757-6227. Stop by their retail store in Severna Park on Benfield Road, or their service center in Lanham, right off of Route 50. Or you can always check them out online at macmedics.com. I'll tell you, they've saved me quite a few times, and I know they can save you.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker's Minute, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. On Saturday, Books for International Goodwill is having another one of their big book sales. They're just off a Defense Highway and have over 70,000 books covering all subjects, typically for $3 or cheaper, and children's books are super cheap. Also Saturday, in the Annapolis Design District, they're having a Day of the Dead festival. Celebrate and learn about the Hispanic community of Annapolis during the Dia de los Muertos block party. There will be food, beer, and wine sales, mariachi music, local artisans, a kids zone, costume contest, and more, featuring our friends at the Chesapeake Children's Museum as well as Art Farm. And finally on Saturday, the National Electronics Museum is having their Electronica Music Fest with close to 20 electronic music performers, as well as special guest Thomas Dolby capping off the day. Also, the Maryland STEM Festival is still going strong. It runs through November 10th, and there are events all over Maryland to check out. Head over to marylandstemfestival.org to find events near you. At Chesapeake Children's Museum this week, as mentioned, they're going to be at the Day of the Dead Festival on Saturday, and on Saturday they're doing an event for the Maryland STEM Festival called Good Vibrations, exploring the physics of sound with the U.S. Naval Academy Band Ensemble. And this week at Art Farm, tomorrow they're having a silent film screening of the 1922 Swedish-Danish classic Haxan, once banned and censored in the U.S. and other countries. The live score will be performed by Adrian Bond. On Saturday, they're having a henna workshop in the morning, and in the afternoon they'll be at the Day of the Dead Festival in the Annapolis Design District. On Sunday, Charles Lawrence of Fin Art will be having a gallery opening at Art Farm. On Tuesday is their What's Dope open mic night for adults, and on Wednesday is their Intro to Improv for adults fall semester. Also check out Art Farm's after-school fall semester classes, such as stop motion animation today, street art on Monday, art foundations on Tuesday, and mixed media art on Wednesday. At the Arundel County Public Library System this week, tomorrow at Discovery's Library at the Mall, they're having a Friday bot party. Listen to stories about robots and practice with a little wooden robot named Cubetto. It's a great introduction to robotics. On Saturday at the Severn Library is Dinovember Excavation, where elementary school students can play paleontologist. Also on Saturday, but at the Glen Burnie Library, is STEM Day, with hands-on STEM demonstrations and projects from agencies throughout the county. On Monday in Glen Burnie is Maker Mondays, and on Wednesday at Brooklyn Park is the Taste Bud Challenge, learning about our sense of taste. And finally also on Wednesday, but at Linthicum Park, is their chess club. A big shout out to our buddies at Unallocated Space in Severn. This Saturday they're celebrating their 9th anniversary with a big party. There'll be plenty of food and celebration, including their signature fire tornado and campfire. Sign up for the potluck and bring some fun things to share. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, on Tuesday is our monthly Fusion 360 3D Design CAD workshop. On Wednesday is our woodworking open night. And on Thursday is our electronics night. And you can catch me most Thursday nights at Annapolis Makerspace on Renard Court for electronics night. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
When a ring from the United States Naval Academy comes into Zachary's for a center stone, it always makes us wonder, where's this one going? Where's this one been? A nuclear sub in the North Atlantic? A carrier deck in the South Pacific? The moon? 52 astronauts are Academy graduates, from Iwo Jima to Okinawa, Corregidor to the Coral Sea, Midway to the Persian Gulf, Congress to the White House. These rings go where America goes. 73 that went to war were awarded the Medal of Honor. But wherever they go, wherever they may serve, our admiration goes with them.
Zachary's. Online at zacharysjewelers.com. More than a jewelry store, a jeweler.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.